What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today I brought something very special for you. A tier Ithaqua, 42 million attack. I know we did some Ithaqua videos in the past with the Elysium team and everything, and I really wanted to try that again because in the meantime we got a whole lot of stats. One of my earlier videos about Ithaqua actually had him at 4 million attack. Now we have 42 million attack, and not only that, of course, through Treasure Train we get a lot of other stats as well. Let's first take a look at the copy. Copy is pretty decent. Actually, some A+ stats on there, attack a little bit lower. The roll, not very satisfied with that, I have to say. The thing is, Giant Killer Divine Block effect of being hit. I was going for Giant Killer, and I didn't get it. I got it on the 36th hammer, actually. 36 bloody hammers spent on that thing. I thought it would maybe be 3 or something like that. No, absolutely unlucky. No chance. This was the first Giant Killer roll, so we're going to roll with it and take it. The good thing is we get a ton of stats actually through star spawns and everything. Skill damage, we got crit going, we got crit damage here, we got armor break maxed anyway. So that is basically what we're going with. There are some problems actually with that amount of stats I didn't really consider. First thing is I have 75 crit. That is a bit much actually if you want to trigger balance strike as well. 121 crit damage could be a little bit higher, so same for the precision. The speed is really an issue because we got a lot of speed buffs already from the Treasure Train. Then we of course have Soul Power 231 on that, so this thing is hard to outspeed. Our team that we are going to run is actually this one. We got our MFF, we got our Elysium, which by the way, sad story, better roll than the Ithaqua. Also at 40 million attack. We have an A- Heart Watcher in here. We got our SQH, who will hopefully not outdamage the Ethaka, and was even a bit difficult to get her faster without soul power. It's 2538, and here we have 2523. So that is madness in itself. And we have the Olivia there. I wanted to have her faster than the Ethaka as well. Impossible. Like not even close. 2223, we would need like a ton more stuff on her, and she already has max soul power for this copy. So yeah, not really anything I can do, sadly. But this is what we're going to run. We're going to face off against Flameshrine today, and I think we're just going to hop into there and fight this King Barton. No, Barrier. Bloody hell, I forgot the names of the heroes. I mean, when was the last time they actually mattered? Such a long time ago. Yeah, but let's see this. I already talked about another video I'm going to make. We're going to do a Broken Spaces video as well. And I was told like, yeah, you're going to destroy that anyway, no problem. And I think that there will be one small problem with Ethaka. If you don't know Ethaka, maybe a few people don't even know her. Ethaka is a very special hero, and the reason that Ethaka is good is actually because Ethaka deals damage over time based on the damage she deals, which is a bit special because usually when you deal damage over time, you will see, well, that it's 1500% of attack or something like that. And with Ethaka, also your holy damage, your skill damage, all of that stuff plays into that and gives you stronger damage over time. And back in the day, few years ago by now, it was discovered that this is actually quite great because you could copy that damage over time effect with Elysium, and then you would see those huge stacks. Maybe we can get a glimpse of that. We already got some legs there, 45 poison dots there, for example. We'll get this huge damage over time stacks, and those would do a ton of damage against the Flameshrine bosses and outdamage the best PvE strategies we had back then, which was still Scary. So yeah, that is a little bit wild. And the reason this only works is of course because those bosses here, they don't have Purify. So every time a round ends, we get those huge lag spikes where hundreds and hundreds of damage over time effects are copied and debuffs and everything. And the game actually starts lagging here a little bit, yeah. And we deal huge damage. In Broken Spaces, the problem is the enemies have Purify, so they can get rid of the entire stack. What Elysium also does is he makes them last longer, so they're not going to run out, which would also be a problem, which means we're going to hit 99 here. I saw 99. Let's see. Game's going to crash. 78 there. Got 13 attack debuffs. Oh, there has to be one with it over 100. 2.23 E plus 15. I mean, that is not bad. That is really not bad at all. I think last time we tried it, there was no E there. So that is actually quite insane. That is actually really quite insane. I didn't see too many good hits from the Olivia as well. So, yeah. If you consider, well, this guy could be T5. I just don't have Soul Summons to reset it afterwards, so we didn't do it. It was like 1 or 2 more millions of attack. But yeah, outdamaging an A tier SQH which with an arguably better role. She has GK Defier actually. And pretty much the same or a bit more attack and Divine Power. Ithaka really doing some insane stuff here. Okay, let's watch another fight, I would say. That was already quite impressive actually. Not at a level where we could say, okay, we are going to kill this boss now, but still already quite insane. Definitely more than I thought, and I think I did E plus 14 in the past. Like I tried it once and then I saw that Ithaka copy because I thought, well, now we're going to go with LFA, and still obviously LFA is the hero you want to use for this. But I mean, Ithaka is fun. If there is ever like an S tier Ithaka again, I saw one in the past, I am going to buy it. I am going to buy it, and then we're going to do some shenanigans with S tier Ithaka, going for like GK Defier, Hunter's Focus, maybe add some skill damage on top of that. So that would definitely be fun. It always looks so good. Same by the way for G-Star. I really want to do the same thing that we do right now here with G-Star. Because G-Star is also one of the heroes, well, he's the hero I like the most in Flameshrine. Back in the past, I actually remember that I was on a Discord group and we were discussing the best strategies to go with Ithaka, trying to get the highest numbers there. Amadeus, the YouTuber, if you remember him, he also did a bunch of YouTube videos in the past. He was also in there, tried to get the highest numbers. That was always big fun. That was always big fun. And yeah, sadly a thing of the past is Ithaka is no longer really the go-to version, but still a very cool hero. I mean, and if we're talking about old heroes, well, that would deserve a Transcendence version. I think Ithaka's name pops up quite a lot. And if that was ever the case, which I doubt, DH is really now only using new heroes as Transcendence heroes, I think Ithaka, the Transcendence version of her, would certainly be the best hero for Flameshrine and for Star Expedition as well, probably. Or even though Star Expedition, well, the boss also has Purify. It's not really like we get those huge chunks of at one hit that we see there. 2.8 E plus 15, even out damaging here now. The Delasium obviously with some big hits there as well, now breaking through the E plus 15. I would say that's quite nice. With the damage here, I mean the damage is enough for broken spaces. I still doubt that we are going to do much against 10 and 11. But that is something, if you want to see that, well, then subscribe to the channel because that video is coming up tomorrow. We're going to record that tomorrow. We're going to fight the entirety of broken spaces there. And will be quite interesting to see. I guess the first stages will be one shot, but then maybe later. Yeah. By the way, for those fights, usually you really want to see those Olivia shrinks on the main boss on the later rounds. And obviously, while this is still the case, you want to get as many as possible. Even on the earlier rounds, it can be quite interesting. By the way, that Shane, though, keeping the first boss shrunk, if we got that on LFA, that would be madness. But it's also quite good here, because we get higher damage over time effects that we can replicate, so it is quite good for our damage. It's not necessarily that the last rounds are the most deciding. You can lose a lot of damage also on the earlier rounds here. Which kind of, I guess, makes it harder to really reach the cap damage of this team compared to an LFA team. LFA, like you have like the last 3-4 rounds or something like that with the right boss shrunk. You are pretty much good. Here, I guess with all the build-up and everything, you would want significantly more. Maybe even on all rounds for the perfect damage. LFA, you lose like maybe 1 or 2% or something of the damage that you do in the end. It's not the case here. Probably. I mean, the calculations for that are a bit horrible. And also a bit RNG dependent. You really have to be careful with those new Divine Power heroes as well if you want to set up this team. I had to check out if the SQH could put any debuffs on the enemy, because that is something you don't want, as Delacium then has a lower chance to replicate the right stuff to the next enemy, and also that wouldn't work out, so definitely have to be careful with that. 96, 97 poisons now on the enemy. I don't even know where those are all from. Let's see. Can we see it again? I want to see if there is over 100 now. No, we never get to see it. 2.6 E plus 15. Okay. This time around with the high Ithaqua damage. I think the last one we are going to skip. Already fairly long into this video. And well, I would say let's see the damage numbers and see if we can break our record. Maybe we get the 3 E plus 15. That would already be quite nice with such an old hero. Definitely insane. So let's skip and see. And 2.3. So it was around 2.3 to 2.8. But I mean, with those numbers here, that is really not good replication by the Delacium. Usually you can get even more damage with the Delacium than with the Ithaqua. So I guess with some better RNG we could get way more damage here. I wouldn't be surprised if we got something like 4 or even 5 E plus 15. I'm going to try that a bit more actually. And if there is like a really huge hit, I'm going to show you that as well. It'll be 1 or 2 days, I guess. But we're going to take a look at that if I can get a good hit. Other than that, I hope you liked the video. Bit of an Ithaqua thing. Hope it was fun to see this old hero again. I certainly enjoyed. Going to keep the copy. Maybe re-roll it if I have some more hammers, though we have some other projects to attend to. How about this, by the way? Pretty cool. Maybe we're going to try it. And yeah, stay tuned for the video tomorrow. With that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.